your belongings on the table. Oh, and a lady stopped by this morning with some clothes from the dry cleaner.
Hmm. Clothes on.
A woman brought my clothes from the dry cleaner. Was it Penny?
I couldn't say. She arrived quite early, before my shift began. I've placed the garments in the wardrobe to keep them from getting wrinkled.
So I'm better now.
Yes, you are much improved. Both your physical and psychological assessments have been satisfactory, and there are no impediments to your returning to your normal life.
Good.
I've been having nightmares.
The doctor has prescribed some medication that should help address any residual effects. This should assist in alleviating your nightmares.
This game for you taking medicine to help you get your nightmares.
My belongings? I thought everything was already in the room.
There are a few valuables and some coins we kept for safekeeping. They are in the box on the table. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other patients to attend to. I wish you all the best.
That's the same thing.
Story of my life. Yep, that's me, the bloodhound Morley.
Demonstrated says improvement of the operation objectives. Improved death under control has been deemed successful.
I better get dressed. The hospital gown that ties in the back doesn't well, it looks brand new. I should get myself a pair of derbies. So the mystery woman who took my clothes to the cleaners was Penny after all. Seems she's still got a soft spot for me. Could there be a chance I might win her over? Blimey, it's nearly noon. I must have lost track of time in those blasted nightmares. I'm not ready to leave just yet. Trench coat and fedora hat. Every detective's must have. There's notes from Penny, my secretary. She must have left it here a few days ago while I was still under observation. Damn it, Penny. I don't blame her, though. I'm a right mess. I've managed to lose the only two things that kept me grounded. Her sound advice, always spot on, and the faint hope that she might dump Peter and give me a chance. I better hurry up. Just like Penny says in her note, I might have a new client this afternoon. And with the way things are going, I can't afford to let that slip away.
Same night, dude.
All right, let's get moving. Today's the first day of the rest of my life.
solve many murders, yes.
Back again. Feels like stepping into a forgotten paradise.
Books, echo, core, pictures.
Everything's got that same old charm, and yet feels oddly new. This hospital stint's given me a bit of a new outlook. Maybe I'll take it a shade easier from now on, sticking to cases that don't demand a trip to the morgue. Here they are, Penny's keys, just like it says in her note. The case of the Red Shoes murder. One of the most complicated I've faced. Finally. Case closed. The umbrella with a bullet hole. Souvenir from the marksman case. This one's a favorite. The jealous lover solved everything with a few blows from an ashtray. Brutal, but effective. Penny's desk. I ought to give her a ring and try to sweet talk her into coming back. With this new so this is Peter. That smug grin's got "Punch Me" written all over it. The murder weapon from the cadaver collector case. Nasty business, that one.
Looks like a roofing definitely.
My files. Cases, clients, debts. Too many debts. Far too many. This case is worth its weight in gold. Everything you need for a portable lab. My desk, strangely tidy. Normally it's buried under papers, notes, bits of evidence. Penny must have wanted to leave everything spick and span before she walked out on me. Another one of my cards. But this one has my last name circled. The Scarlet Page. I trust Penny didn't go snooping through my things while I was away. My apologies, madam. I didn't hear you come in. I was a bit distracted.
Good afternoon, Mr. Morley. I trust your assistant informed you of my visit as promised.
My apologies. I was rather engrossed and didn't notice your arrival. To whom do I owe the honour of this meeting?
Lady Margaret Fordside, the 4th Countess of Bloomsbury.
Lady Margaret, could you tell me what brings you here today? How can I assist you?
I shall endeavour to be as candid as possible. 20 years ago, when my daughter was just 18, she was brutally murdered. It happened at our family estate, Bloomsbury Manor. Someone slipped into the house unnoticed, and upon reaching her room, delivered 5 fatal stab wounds to her chest, lungs, and heart. The police, eager to close the case, hastily blamed and condemned 2 violent thieves who clearly had nothing to do with her death.
How you on? Is the sound messed up or can you hear it right?
£30,000 if you can solve it and bring the true killer to light. Tell me, Mr. Morley, will you accept this case?
I understand your distress, Lady Fordside. But before I commit to anything, might I trouble you with a few questions?
By all means, Mr. Morley. Ask whatever you must.
A case that's been cold for 20 years. You certainly don't make it easy for me, Lady Margaret. What made you decide to seek out a detective now?
For over 2 decades, I fought tirelessly to have the case reopened,
Sorry.
to prove that the real murderer escaped justice. But all in vain. Neither solicitors nor well-meaning police friends, nor even journalists hungry for a dark story, have managed to uncover anything. Then one day, I read about your success in solving the case of the Red Shoes killer. Regrettably, I also learned of the unfortunate incident that left you hospitalized with grievous injuries. On the advice of your secretary, Miss Penny, I waited patiently for your recovery. And now, here I am.
Okay.
Tell me about Bloomsbury Manor. Do you still reside there?
After Elodie's death, I abandoned the estate. I couldn't bear to remain there, to live within those walls. Even now, when I visit the manor, it still feels as though I can hear her footsteps echoing through the halls, her voice humming that old melody. The delusions of an old woman who has mourned her daughter for far too long, Mr. Morley. No mother should ever have to bury her child. Should you accept the case, Bloomsbury Manor would likely be the best place to begin the investigation. I shall not impede your work, as I now reside at Bedford Square, in the heart of the city.
Tell me, were there any witnesses? Did anyone see or hear anything?
It happened at midnight. The house was practically empty at the time, with only in the West Wing. I was the only one who might have heard something, as my room was next to hers. Unfortunately, I had taken a sleeping draught and fell into a deep slumber. It is a decision I shall regret for the rest of my days.
Tell me about the men the police arrested. Why are you so certain they weren't guilty?
2 days after the murder, the police arrested a pair of violent thieves who were terrorizing the county at the time. Though they swore their innocence in my daughter Elodie's death, their criminal record completely undermined their defense. Seizing the opportunity, the police locked them away for their other crimes, and the case was closed. But what has always struck me as suspicious is that nothing was stolen on the night my Elodie was killed. If those thieves were truly the culprits, why would they murder her and then leave without taking a single piece of silver? It doesn't add up, Mr. Morley.
Well, I believe I have all the information I need to get started. I accept the case, and will begin the investigation immediately.
I'm pleased to hear that. My butler will bring you the £30,000 tomorrow morning. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have matters to attend to. Once you uncover the culprit, contact me at once, and I shall promptly deliver the remaining £30,000.
60,000.
Please, Mr. Morley, unravel this harrowing mystery that has tormented me for so long.
As I made my way through the dense forest path, a haunting silence enveloped the air. It was as though the very night of the crime still lingered here, shrouded in an eerie calm. The manor stood before me, its facade as inscrutable as the shadows that danced in the moonlight. Every step I took felt like a step deeper into the heart of a mystery that refused to be forgotten. Sound. The stillness feels heavy, like it's hiding something. A blue moon, fitting for a place haunted by its own secrets. Looks like the Countess left this for me. It could be useful for getting around places. So, the housekeeper left a note for the Countess, asking her to meet here on the day of the murder. I wonder what truly happened during that encounter. Very well. Let's piece the events together, step by step. A globe resting in a beautiful wooden stand. Lipstick stains. Same shade the Countess wore when she visited my office. An empty envelope. Did the housekeeper hand the Countess a letter? Looks like someone arranged tea in the library that day. chairs. One of them knocked over. Looks like this is a Fordside family book, showing some of their ancestors. The lock has been concealed. This door must open by some other means. The Fordside family crest, a rampant dragon, a time-honoured symbol across European heraldry, particularly among the English and Welsh. The housekeeper's cup is still here. Tea spilled across the table. It seems they met here. But something went wrong during the conversation.
I am very angry. After all these years of service, this is how you repay me? Walking away like this?
I'm sorry, madam, but the situation has become unbearable. My bags are already packed.
The Countess threw the housekeeper out in a fit of rage. In her haste, the housekeeper forgot one of her bags. What was it that unsettled the housekeeper enough to abandon her post so suddenly? Lady Fordside, still seething, burned something in the fireplace. The housekeeper resigned. Seems something or someone troubled her greatly. Enough to break the long-standing family tradition tying her to this place.
see your reflection. Vampire. Kindly ask that once in your surgery plate you can feel moments alive. Do not close yourself at understanding matter best. First puzzle art. Looks. Like stars, stained gunpowder, maybe. Interesting game, but this puzzle's really complicated.
This must have been some sort of private study for the Countess. Elodie was committed to a psychiatric facility, but she supposedly recovered from whatever ailed her. A British passport. Lord Fordside was undoubtedly a man of the world. An old pocket watch. It probably belonged to Lord Fordside, Lady Margaret's husband. This looks like the key to the main hall. Could be my way into the heart of the house. Lady Margaret and a young woman. I suppose it's Elodie. They look happy. It was undoubtedly a better time. Layers of dried oil paint, left untouched for 20 years. A grand ship on the open sea. Looks like the last painting Elodie was working on was of a ship at sea. The whole gallery is filled with maritime. A man with his back turned, watching a ship go down. This door appears to lead out of the back garden, locked with a padlock. I'll need to find the key. Looks like some sort of clue. Trace the tree's journey from birth to decay. Follow the path of the artist in a thoughtful display. Arrange the 4 stages and the door will obey. Unlock the path ahead as art lights your way. Lady Margaret took special care to secure the house, restricting access to certain areas. A young woman screaming in the middle of the darkness. Some of these paintings are really dark and sinister. This looks like Elodie's diary. Let's see what her last entries reveal.
Usually combinations of them.
I'm absolutely over the moon. Walter has written to say he is coming. I met him at the Western Sanatorium.
Damn it, it's not here. It's simply not here.
This must be the Countess's handwriting. What was she searching for? Looks like a commercial seaman's yearbook, listing ships and their crews. It's open to the pages under S. Locked, as expected. There's a metal engraving of a tree. Those poor souls. Tragedy seems to have cast a long shadow over this family.
I'm so happy. Walter has finally arrived. I must admit, I am utterly captivated by him. I invited him to visit, and he gave me his word he wouldn't fail to come as soon as he was able to leave. And now he's finally here. I can scarcely contain my joy. It feels as though all the darkness has faded away.
They look so in love. So happy. I wonder what became of Walter after Elodie died. A boarded-up door. The access to the servants' quarters appears to be blocked for some reason. Something definitely happened. Some of these tools have been bent, likely trampled over. A silver knife is missing, and it's nowhere to be found. Likely taken by the same person who caused all this disruption. It looks like this vase was shattered. Not just dropped, but smashed with intent. Looks like the crowbar is broken. No doubt. This is the cook's room. A backgammon board. One of the oldest board games. Miss Marva apparently leading away around the tarot. What a dreadful spread, and what a chilling omen revealed. Evil approaches, it will bring death, and lay ruin to the house, and all who dwell within.
The secure system shingles carry for the valley too.
Is there someone else in the house? Who the devil is that man? He had a knife. I'm completely in the dark here. I don't think he saw me. A doll pierced with an awl. A warning?
Note. And he went in.
Another boarded up door. The question is, was it sealed before the murder? And why? This must be Walter Brandon's room. The diary of Walter Brandon. Perhaps it holds some clues about who he was. and what his involvement in this case might be.
I am terrified that man has found me. I fear something dreadful is about to happen. Tonight as I awoke, I saw him standing at the foot of my bed. I could not make out his face, but his knife, the gleam of its blade, shone in the darkness. I sprang outside, determined to confront this stranger. Grabbing the heavy candlestick from the nightstand, I hurled it with all my strength. He vanished into the dark.
What on earth happened? Did Walter also see the mysterious man with the knife? It's absurd. This occurred 20 years ago. Surely that man can't still be lurking about. Can he? An empty bottle. It smells of good rum. A compass and a sextant. Tools of a sailor. A model ship. Mr. Brandon must have felt a deep yearning for the sea. The painting of a ship, unmistakably in Elodie's style.
Yeah, humble and prepared you have a scan. You can find the scan from detail. And buy it, with the link to the channel. Bring it, as an organization.
These broken chairs. Someone must have held them to the ground with great force.
Did they have to have the screws on the ground, I guess?
A pair of blood-stained scissors stuck in the sink basin. Deeply unsettling.
Bloody scissors. Some combinations in here. Wish I could tell you that all is well. I'm happy here at the Countess household. Miss Morley, the housekeeper that takes care of me. Right now, good place. Oh, starts at 2, 5. That's all from here. 2, 5. Anything else is numbers on? 25 is the first 2 numbers. Wait a minute. What if it's 25? Not 82. This is in short verse. Definitely 25.
A good way to motivate the staff. Lady Margaret, after the death of her daughter, dismissed the staff and left mansion.
Got rid of everybody in the mansion. 25. This is 25,982. I can use this. This is a good memory on this.
We use this very statistic. He is following me. Watching at the corners. We just surprise me. I did not tell it. She would think the one thing I heard from was to I said get your window. Watching at me. No, I be security face. And he still holds that night. He still me.
Come
I was a fact. He just to the ship. Everyone seems to be by a gate make me. How people just resist me? It usually if you miss conduct. Perhaps I not and would fly, but I will respect fences. Yet this is one as I will my resist. She was enraged with me. It was so used to tell her that peacefully. And I can don't come to me was fry. And to usually see if he had approached her in an unseen manner. I would never do such a thing. I say, a man will want to. I hope to get down to myself.
The last is every diary. Dating to the fair lineup to Badada. Yes, student.
My beloved lady. Why did you not know the poor boy there? Only wishes to love you. I have left this behind. My ship, the sea, all my world, just be behind us the same fate as just used to me too. Janet, I can kill you that bad with coming to this year's I need to change it.
Oh, don't tell that right. What in the devil is happening here? Excuse this Trump handful of about and I should take a visit. A photograph of Melody. No doubt will take care of her deeply. See, sometimes I'm not the only one that follows fast. And feel. Look like he's in the back garden. I better head out the stairs to the gallery. Pretty sure I saw a door to the outside. Aye. Just come on. Just come on. The killer, I think I left was the real dope of that house. It's clearly the man who killed Ellen is scarlet about that they followed during his escape. A filthy coat, so some line black. Here is his engine life. Undoubtedly the murder weapon. Despite his injuries, the killer would rid himself of anything that might humiliate him before the assassin, the boobers, the coat. Even night. It's a chilling thought. But those very items remind me of the figure seen like together and the same figure gold brands and scarf with the touch of red. Perhaps the very one said, this is also the trick that brought down my stairs. Just like Wardle Brand's room.
And then it. You know, Mr. Mr. What's the way to get the such a or were you and put me Edmund. When thinking when this some label the lost the damn at passing years that's likely worn away what have done something. Let's just make the wheel. Lord Ford says like by proud after as out just Lord Ford side I'll give you the artist no doubt. But it is my trade they done art tormented so. This is unfinished, fallen angel, stirs us a curious sense of uneasiness, almost with pulsation. Restored, amazed, was you class and building. I was incredible. Some person. Just blessed and Dude. So that was good. Henry Gadan. Who the bloody hell are you? This room looks like a room. Sees the lady Marjorie in the chair that evening. The book is still open. Right, I guess you have to sit. It's a damn fine. No one in their right mind would open it like this to leave it abandoned. Unless some odd rush had interrupted the evening. The bed was cleaned. The Countess hasn't yet gone to bed, I night about it.
This is a nightmare. I am deeply suspenseful. The housekeeper has long been warning me about Walter. I've made some supplies, and none of his as seems. LED remained Liz's. Saddle Brim, she's been positively radiant, a true beacon of light. They go up together and seem to have a splendid time. He appears very close to her. This is in stark contrast to the picture painted by the housekeeper, which is in complete contradiction. Last night I heard her scream. He seems to be in the throes of a panic attack. I hoped on to hit him to the headquarters, and then suddenly I was struck with terror. An insane maniacal laughter echoed through the night. It did not sound like him. The following morning, Walter and Ellie went out to sail upon. Everything appeared normal, and he was the most charming he has ever been.
Some made of glass as she should do here. For it through. Time go.
Oh my God, what's that noise? It's coming from Ellie's room.
No, it's very clean. Listen, masterfully.
The fire sales tools, all knocked over the floor. And unless the semi sees me, the poker appears to be missing.
Oh my God, it's easy.
Lady Margaret, quite agitated, grabbed the fire sales and ran toward Eleanor's room. A key. Likely the one on Eleanor's room. Lady Margaret replied to me. She had taken me 3 feet from drive by light. She could have feared the attack and run to see what was happening. Why did she make this with me? The more my eyes to take the more convoluted it all seems. I should tell this was recessed over a rag doll, tossed out on the floor. I'd wager used to sit eagerly on the bed. I'd rather it was knocked over and there's scuffle, or pumps as a deed doctor herself in the panic. For our the awful side, I walked to Brandon. If my memory serves me right, looked like I was taking West Asylum. There was a go here. Clear as day. Not leaving breaking. The killers was that awful. It seems there's no whole of dried blood. There's a step down there. This was the seizing the crime. Judged by the brutality crime, we could ignore certainty the killer was a movement sister build. The blood stain on her coat, found on the side green knife. suggest that the mysterious face loitering above my may, in fact, be the same individual who committed the murder. They say they can only return to see the crime. But 20 dudes at last. Why now? Let's attempt to reconstruct the evidence. Just have a motive of all that died. And try to just precise what had happened. A teacup on the bedside table. Ellen used to lay down behind it. So drift to sleep. Built enough sleep. The door was locked, completely broken, indicates someone walks their way the room. Like is darling and awake. All the night. Bag had broke in. Both chairs. Melody tried to eat, but she had corner where the validity. She lost her balance and fell, breaking her dress and chair. Dress and chair when she's getting flat serial killers. Jason. Moving happens. I'm trying to figure out what you gotta do next. He's gonna get fired out on this floor or something. It's ice. The killer right out of the bed again told Will. In his struggle, one of the others was just fell from the metal pieces. They bro, you see it. They were fighting. On the bed, the killer stabbed at her successfully, again and again, stating that she took a lot. Stabbed her to death, bed, both, and then Oak. That when the new armor arrived, striking the killer with the 5 eyes like Oka, knocked him away, Melody. Dead. Beaten up. One. Steady was and well, this was wounded. The killer was seen. It was already too late. Ellie was already dead. He killed her. Sank her lips outside. Why did he come back with the knife? Years later, he's at the house. He murdered her. So that's the one. The old blueberry branch, it choked my eyeballs. It had that kind of badness that sees into your bones was called old damp. Yeah. And there's that other bad element. So simply before my eyes, looks like a sensitive time capsule. In the sense of the wind, it's connecting the correct to the person. Second, the top, we'll carry us to the door. Then our first instrument fire stick. Listen,
dressing them in. It's more scared and drink. They're in this human.
One thing is certain. My next move was to dig up Buzz's abdomen with the leases, and about our Lord Brandon, the savior of Westchester Asylum. An unopened forgotten sanatorium that 20 years ago was the season immediate which Ellen Ford's side, and that Brand fellow.
So we gotta go check out this asylum, man.
It's not the hour when my battered car crept along the winding, shadowed road, leading to the Gilliston's facility.
We're packing the slaves to the smuggler. And right.
What I can't, a market, introduced to IFT.
Did it?
Did it? Was it a sound? Any true verbs to fire passes which come mining? For son on way it is mine alive.
You will installation was again. But having something. Still turning the schemes to the point and things. Getting us about on the volume and up on the pursuit of yours, school of your uphill, the becoming fool of company. I flew into the path of Ireland's elder level that I'm sure with rules. When we cut out how good and some in the studios and kid who there with thought and felt.
So, there's an alternative entrance hidden somewhere in the wall of the asylum.
Wait, just fuck. Slip it, baby. The piece.
The front door, sealed shut. As expected. Nothing's ever straightforward, is it? I'll have to find another way in.
No, Alice and both of them there would step in the back of the
That's...
Yes. The both of them is back here, but it's this much wood card. Here it is.
Bloody hell. It's pitch black in here. Looks like I've stumbled into what could be the kitchen. Impossible. Locked as well. Damn it. The lantern. It's broken. I'll have to manage without it for now.
Yeah, it's good. See you, man. Please.
Some of the rooms are completely trashed. I didn't expect the asylum to be in such a state of decay.
We can some music and let me play. Listen, well, and good.
The girl? How is the girl? You mean Miss Elodie Fortside? Don't worry, that bloke didn't lay a finger on her. But you took quite a knock. This is going to smart. Ah!
Some stuff left for you. Let those. Look. Soon. Miss a no. Wheelchair. Team.
May 1922. This letter was written half a year before Elodie's murder. It's possible she was still a patient here at the time. The nurses were genuinely concerned about the aggression of patient B03. Wetland Asylum is a top place in its good old days.
Settings lots. And slabs in the moon. Yes, I mean, my office, there must.
This file cabinet is now empty. It probably held all the records of the inpatients.
We must formalize the admission of Miss Elodie Fortside. I have her file here. That girl? What do you think of her? I don't quite know. She seems a good girl. I do hope she recovers soon. I know what Dr. Mulder thinks of her. Don't be wicked. You can't tell me you haven't noticed. You see the way he looks at her. Hush now. Someone's coming.
It seems the nurses were gossiping about a certain Dr. Mulder, who appeared to be especially taken with Elodie.
Dark lights. Spy, yes. Sure. Staff, listen. Nowadays, patient bathing in.
I need to find Dr. Sheridan's office.
Some demanding and taking. I'm gonna combination.
The blood I have printed. Someone injured themselves against this wall.
And it is.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Mr. Morley, is that you?
Lady Whispers?
Mr. Morley, I'm so relieved to hear your voice. I've been trying to reach your office, but I couldn't get through to anyone.
It's awful late night, Lady Whispers. How not did I was West Asylum?
Well, I was already in bed, because you told. But there was something on my mind. A vital fear I got onto the mansion. I called your office, searched for you at the mansion, and when I could find you, I assumed you might be investigating at the asylum.
I see. Very resourceful of you. Now tell me, what is this detail of such importance?
Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot. You see, the truth is, I'm afraid that you're not alone.
What the devil does that mean? Hello? Lady Whispers?
No police. In spirit.
It's just some damn it. I'm going to buy out been about this. Hey. This is you see middle.
With ogre when I'm eat. This is the bite. I can some combination.
Well, keep. You're baby. I can do it. Oh, funny. Says that died out. You'll find like. That. Yeah, tell that was not dark. The other news. Tell that. I was like, you had to tell that. You got that. Driven by like. Well, no, I don't know if you do that, but I don't know that. Sure, I expect that down at the violence to win with violence. I don't know. And the center of the well, no, again, I don't know. I would say, don't know. I don't know. I had a. That's why I didn't. No. You know that, baby. Oh, you're coming.
Zero. Zero. Let's spread it. Let's spread it. Minutes forward.
I swear it gives me the shivers.
With fingers. Cool. Doesn't color pepper.
I need to hide. Quickly. Can't hear it. Could it be gone?
Please, be place now. Maybe. Switch it. Beach film. Nothing. Days, easy. Money. To submit what? Immersion was. Listen with often.
Cleaning water, and a cigarette case, with a bit of tobacco sitting aside.
Maintenance. 。
Cleaning
the United States. Minimum combination. Another combination. And with combinations. I'm gonna go through there. Look ready to cave in at any moment. Combinations. Bonus. Jordan, Cleveland. England. And some bus nerd. It is. Dr. Stern and Service. This is where I'll find Andy and Walter's records. Now they finish just, yeah. Wait, feed there. Emily's record. Patient at the sanatorium. Definition of patient. Strange. Emily's record was easy to find. But there's no sign of anything related to Walter Brandon. Something to disturb. What am I missing? Listen. Wait. It can't be. There he is. It is our this is the guy that Dr. Shen is and I'm right next to him. It's him. The man with the knife. That wild mane, that unkempt beard, it's unmistakable. But what's he doing here? He's only got his room. What was that noise? Sounded like something just came crashing down. Okay, man. Once just go here, jumpscare to the bits. Name the case, come on. Next step's going, swear. None can go upstairs to the police station. What the hell? Bane in my spoon. Trick. Somebody looked at you. Psycho. Three color material and sitting in the bandstand. No, if you go that way either. Boston and Kirsten. To his tongue. That's nothing up there. Dead end. Everybody down both. Maybe staying enough at the den. I think they would go to the kitchen. And then if I get the kitchen,
I made his uniform. Oddly well prepared. Must say, who does tonight?
then you do make
Looks like someone's been coming through here. Perhaps this is what Lady Margaret rented out cool. Or was she trying to warn me about something else?
but this is ridiculous. But since I just smile. Then I found this letter. Watson. What? State notice. Kitchen.
It's not clear what they do. Lessons in book and spoken. Circumstances. Days and to go from the future. How the thing must be confusing. Didn't see the this. Rescue. Hey. What is it? Yes. What is it? You said it here.
this is any now then with people. What you whereas let do solution. Regular. Editor recording. LLTV side. February 3rd, 1992. Daily roll number 23. Let us begin. How are you feeling today, Miss Forsyth?
I feel well.
Another day. We have discussed this before. If you do not tell me how you truly feel, we will make no progress.
I feel a little sad. I am alone, so my father had a company. I lost much time with nothing to do and make me think of them to know painful.
I see. Litigants early. I believe you are looking at this the wrong way. If, instead of dwelling on what you call dark thoughts, you would focus on possibilities, your outlook would change entirely. A young, beautiful woman such as yourself should look to the future with excitement. Think of all the adventures that lie ahead. Your family, your career as a painter, perhaps even hiding a man of good standing, one who could protect you from your demons.
I'm afraid.
Fairly, is there no man who stirs your heart?
In God's name, you think you're doing?
If it falls a lie, you may go. We'll continue later.
Very well.
Understood.
Have you lost your mind? Where are your professionalism?
Do not presume to judge my methods with your oh-so-righteous therapy.
Methods? The entire hospital is whispering about you. She is a penetrated Dr. Morley, and she is mentally unwell.
I have forgotten which one of us is the director of this institution. Duly pleased. But if I ever witness such a thing again, I will not remain static. Oh.
Nothing. Space. Sliding. This is Southwest. In Southwest. Sliding. Stinker of electric. As in Earth past this. Just like different Americans.
The Adventures of Walter Brandon, the intrepid captain of the Stella Maris, braving the treacherous South Seas. What the hell does this mean?
See, that's very about having patience and it's how he gives cartoons on the cover. Where's what she? Back up. Let me just go. Oh, let's go. Wish. Shame these lists of here. On yourself. Shame boots. Instead. Lots. Spoon foods. helpful. Oh, please. Boston. Mercy. Well, it's true. It's silly. Looking moving. Unsafe is unsafe. I mean, all the patients held is lost. And staggered. Sure, this is the first thing. And you. The first notice. Hello. With Sam's son training.
The asylum was shut down 10 years ago. Judging by the state it's in, they probably had no choice but to close due to the expedition.
Mysterium. Which so interesting medicine. Search is foundation. Good. Selection. Western Smith's up to.
cover. Shoes. Not close. Good. Oh. I started to as a kid. Some basic rules, but quite necessary in a monastery. Right, she's in also agree. Nice. Innocent balance. Nice. Your constant. That hospital suite is positioned by like society of shit. Something to same short picnic. This must be the key to the attic. Let's see where it leads. Okay. A ship's old helm, tied to the bed, as if it were the quarterdeck of a vessel. Many excited. I did continue. Position. Great.
into the attic.
Kitchen. A pair of scissors and a gum. Ellie put in real effort to make him fit the mold of her ideal hero. Hair on the chair, strands on the floor. This is where the transformation took place.
Muse.
She remained patient 1365 in the image of her most secret longings.
Instead.
Looks like Ellie found herself a little hideaway to keep practicing powerful drugs for depression. And I feel it is. The girl improved, but it seemed that the doctors were baffled by her mind, and Ellie found painting, and with it, a way to still the shadows that crawl surrounded. Their secret hideaway, and an art book. Most likely, they used it to set about the second floor before anyone noticed they were gone. Yet, for a while, they managed to keep their affair in the shadows. Forgot from the others as the doctors and nurses did it. The room has been decorated to resemble some sort of island in the South Seas. Of course, I should have guessed. She pulled him in his own world. Elodie created Walter Brandon.
Created this period. Go for the office. 39 and 24.
This letter. At the very least, it is highly inappropriate. A draft letter. Scratched out and full of the corrections. She goaded him to leave the sanatorium. That man was desperately ill. But Elodie's selfishness outweighed what little sense she had. She was headed too far. If I pieced it together correctly, that Walter was never really Walter at all. There was another personality. She called it the shadow, a dominant, dangerous force that surfaced again and again in his life. The threads are beginning to unravel. I need to see this through. What's truly happened to Brandon? We got the code that so and the one that is from Finland's first take on chain with the doctor and both of hung up his big house and then 39 1.4. It's 39 months and that's what it is. It just goes. It's loose. Eight. Patient number 35 returns out of assets for he's in a state of utter disorientation and pouring on him. And in good heavens, there's a severe wound to the skull. His closing hands are covered in blood. And it doesn't appear to be its own. He cannot recall his name or anything that's happened during his past months. As you sort of map his way back here and for why some strangely thinking that himself proved him. The personality he once known as Walter has vanished entirely. As the entity he refers to as the Shadow. With his nature, I cannot say with certainty it is still lurking beneath the surface. We have treated portions of the stereotype identity before, but the one that is this. His appearance, his voice, even his build, we changed quite drastically. Now he looks frail, gaunt, empty, as though there is nothing inside, as though he was but an empty shell, waiting to be occupied. His condition calls for the far pictures to be foldable. This institution is no longer equipped to care for him. I am ordering his immediate transfer to St. Hospital. Dr. Former, with the matters to this, will take him under his care. As I near the end of my tenure, such is said, when I night with love, the blood, the mortas, the emptiness in his eyes, all point to an act of the greatest kind. One's mind appears to have erased entirely. God help us, if the shadow should ever wake again.
So it seems Walter came back to the sanatorium of his own accord. They was utterly incapable of recalling what he'd done. They moved to the St. Dimphner's Hospital. Could he still be there after 20 years? Suspect him. I'll hand it all this you need. Someone from the hospital looks like Miss Sound of the hospital.
That man returned to the new substorium, remembering Jack Rakin and something. Maybe it was those that would lately left him. Or maybe this was I shattered, and never came back that path from that happened. As for me, I was dead by one killed Elodie at Ward's side. And my wish told him they were still there. In the depths, say him. I said that the end of the road was way too off on me in that place.
See, this. I plug your husband.
Can't very else break up the front door doors out the other messes. Probably just a sort of the alien.
It's nothing bad. Left open. And we were done. So, in this hospital, do you have your father?
It's locked.
And I'm be. Here's some just everything on stores and audio suspenseful and custom stores on file. You thinking? In and this equal gentleman he built just so much looking just doing things.
The night of the nurses was a big store. I need to find another way to the way to rooms.
Selfless ghost and tingle. You'll bless and forget it. And I just know. Listen.
John Morley and the case of the red shoes. The death is the name.
It's a book about its thing yourself. And so follow up.
That fateful night, I was startled by the noises. Those wretched cries. The housekeeper would have warned me, but I turned a deaf ear. Elodie's was finally happy, even amid your insistence about volatility. Yet, with the passage of time, your demeanor darkened. More and more frequently, that sinister presence lurking within you began to surface, each appearance more violent than the last. Elodie no longer gazed on you with the starry-eyed affection of a smitten young woman. The atmosphere in the house grew suffocating, fraught with an unbearable tension. That very afternoon I spoke with her. She had resolved to end your engagement. You seemed, or so I dared hope, to have accepted it with grace. But that night, that very night, you end her life in the most savage manner imaginable. I threw myself upon Elodie, desperate to save her. But alas, it was for someone too late. Months later, I learned you had returned voluntarily to the sanatorium. I saw answers and immersed myself in understanding the affliction that plagued you. Dissociative identity disorder, they called it. A condition which one might host multiple identities, each vying for dominion over the body. But the man finding that bleak institution was not the shadow, not the fiend who would stole my daughter. No. He was but the shell, the hapless vessel. And I yearned to find the true culprit, not the facade, the murderer himself. Thus I devised my plan. I came to visit you, and just as Elodie had done, I crafted a new role for you, a new identity to inhabit. I brought books, personal artifacts, pen letters as any. I leased an office and prepared every detail meticulously, down to the smallest thread, for your return as John Morley. Everything happened with glorious. And why, you may ask? To make you remember. To awaken the shadow. To summon forth the murderer from the abyss of your fractured mind. John Morley is a good man. Walter Brandon was a spirited young sailor, brimming with love for Elodie. But the shadow was a merciless, unrepentant killer. I wanted to destroy the murderer who had stolen my daughter. But I can never bring myself to harm an innocent man. My only position, my singular purpose, was to awaken the shadow.
So you hired me for figure out who I was, and I'm the actual killer. You are the actual killer. What's up to the Oh, she killed you. No, sorry, that was a good ending. So the whole time you were the detective trying to solve the puzzle of who killed Eleanor, and it ended up being you, the damn detective. Thanks for watching the Infernal Abyss of our stream, and we've beat the last case of the John Moreau and found out we were to kill with. But we'll probably do a reel of this thing and get it posted soon. I want to add this full stream to YouTube for you can enjoy it, your business, and give us a like and follow, and we'll catch you on the next one.